Today, I will tell you the story of a hidden lake in a sleepy forest. But before I start, I invite you to subscribe to the channel for more stories like the one you're about to hear. The lake was still a perfect mirror to the night sky, a canvas of inky black strewn with diamond. The air was heavy with the scent of night-blooming jasmine. And the only sound was the faint ripple of the water, the distant call of an owl. It was the kind of night that made the world feel peaceful. Too peaceful. P sat alone on the weathered wooden pier, its planks groaning faintly under his weight. The solitude was a balm to his soul, a solace from the chaos of life. It had been years since he'd found this hidden nook, this secret sanctuary where the trees ended and the calmness of the lake began. It was a place where he could shed the weight of expectation, where he was just himself. Tonight, though, the quiet was unsettling. It pressed against him, suffocating him, amplifying the pounding of his heart. B shifted, suddenly self-conscious, as if the stillness itself was listening to his thoughts. Then he heard it, a whisper. At first, it was too soft to understand, just the hush of the wind curling over the surface of the lake. Pre ignored it, watching the moonlight dance on the rippling water, trying to find comfort in the familiar. But then it came again, closer, stronger. Ethan, his name, spoken so softly, yet carried across the lake as if whispered right into his ear. He turned, scanning the dark shoreline, half expecting to see someone sitting on the bank, their face obscured by the shadow. There was no one. Only the endless, glassy water stretching into the impenetrable darkness, broken only by the tiny island in the middle. He listened, his heartbeat quickening. Was he imagining things? The silence returned, heavier now, more oppressive. Then a soft splash. He whirled around, his eyes searching for the source of the sound. The water lapped gently against the pier, the ripples spreading outward like a silent shockwave. Another whisper. Come closer. His breath hitched. The voice was beautiful, melodic, soothing. It wrapped around him like a lullaby, weaving its magic into the very fabric of his being. He knew he should be scared, should run, should call out for help, but he couldn't. He was rooted to the spot, mesmerized by the voice, compelled by its siren call. Against his better judgment, he leaned forward, peering into the depths of the water. And then he saw her. Beneath the surface, a figure swayed with the current. A woman. Her long hair floated like ink in the water, framing a face that seemed to glow with an otherworldly light. Her eyes, impossibly deep, locked onto his, promising secrets whispered across the ions. A smile touched her lips, a slow, deliberate movement that sent shivers down his spine. I've been waiting, she said, her voice echoing the melody he'd heard before. Ethan felt himself rise, his body moving before his mind could protest. P's legs carrying him forward, his feet finding purchased on the slick wood. The whispers grew, dozens of them now, swirling in a hypnotic hum around him, urging him closer, beckoning him in. The spirit extended her hand, her fingers slender, elegant, and beckoned again. "Come with me." P stepped forward. His reflection shattered in the water as his foot touched the surface, the cold seeping through his toes, up his leg, into his chest. But he didn't care. He was drawn in by an invisible force, pulled toward the woman in the lake, toward the secrets that lay beneath. He went under willingly, letting the water fill his lungs, extinguish the fire in his belly, silencing the scream in his throat. The last thing he saw was her smile, the same smile that had lured him in, welcoming him to the depths, to the cold, dark embrace of the lake. By morning, the pier was empty. The lake, save for a few fallen leaves, was undisturbed, reflecting the sky like a sheet of polished steel. No trace of Ethan remained, not a footprint in the soft earth, not a scrap of clothing in the underbrush, as if he'd never been there, as if he'd never been taken. Sometimes, though, when the wind is still and the moon is bright, you can hear his whisper carried across the water, a sad, haunting echo that lingers in the twilight. Come closer. I hope you enjoyed this story, and hope you will be coming back for more soon. Subscribe to the channel to get notified once the new ones arrive. Until then, stay safe.